Alright, sorry there, guys. It seems that Screencastify stopped working because I'm a poor fecker and can't afford,
Nothing to do with
can't afford, I could use OBS, but this is a Chromebook, so, I don't feel like getting out my other really old computer, so. I believe I was talking about sanctity and how, it's the state of something being holy, whatever. And this guy he doesn't understand somebody upholding the sanctity of something, but let's go ahead and continue.
books. You could put the exact same information from a book into a video or into an article or anything else. What are you talking about? You're just griping. There's no evidence.
Now this guy's going on he's going on a tangent about something that he's just making up, really. I mean, he's talking about sanctity, and then he's talking about how books can be converted easily into video. I mean, I guess they can, but what does that have to do with anything? And then he just said something about evidence. What does this have to do with evidence? Let's move along.
No substantiation for any claim that you're making.
He's not making any claims. I have no idea what you are talking about. But let's go ahead.
And I don't agree with ever purchasing such a book.
Then don't purchase it. The words are probably too complex for you anyway.
Well, he's an honorable man, so he's going to purchase the book. And we're not even 2 minutes in, and you're already resorting to the scoundrel's defense, which is insults. So you're insulting him. You're saying you probably couldn't. Words are probably too complex for him anyway. So,
I mean, you're a flat earther going into a store and ripping up a book. I wouldn't expect you to be that sharp.
I would really like to facilitate this conversation between you and him and me, and let's find out which.
This video literally has, 3,000, 4,000 views? 5,854 views. You're not gonna get noticed by SciManDan, who I believe has, I don't know, this is a rough estimate. He may have a few thousand, but he has 200,000? I think he's really blown up over the last few months. I'm not completely sure, but you're expecting, when you have 5,000 views, to be in a live stream with this YouTuber. It's just a bit strange.
Which words in that book are too complex for him, since you're so boldly making that claim? Again, not an argument, just an insult. It's the scoundrel's way out.
What the hell are you doing?
He's trashing the book. It's trash. He's turning it into trash.
It is a scientific book to teach young children about, astronomy. I wouldn't call that trash. It is educating the next generation. That's a bit dull of you to call it trash, but you are a flat earther, so
Trash.
Right. This was true. We did used to think that the world was the centre of the universe. We used to think that it was stationary and that everything revolved around us. Like the kid's book says, though, this was wrong. We grew up as a species. Well, most of us did.
Alright, before we go on, I watched this video about halfway through before this. If you get mad at people being insanely stupid, just don't watch the rest of this. Don't. But I'm gonna play this next few seconds, and it is so, sorry for ad hominem attacks, but it's so insanely stupid that, I don't know, I wanted to kill myself. I'm sorry for throwing that around, but I've wanted to shoot myself multiple times.
Like the kids' book says, is what SciManDan says, this was wrong. So it's not a science book, it's a kid's book. It's a fantasy book, right? That's the point of the demonstration. Oh, by the way, you added another insult at the end.
Apparently, according to this, I'll keep in the insults, to this man, all kids books that have ever been made are fantasy books. Not a single one can be used to educate them. Not even a fantasy book that has some hints of, like giving morals or something. No, it's all, each and every kids book that has ever been made is a fantasy book. I mean, it's depressing, really.
So still no evidence, no substantiation for either claims. Moving on.
I mean, what does he have to substantiate? What does he have to provide evidence for? Does he have to provide evidence that this book is not a science book made for children? I mean, there's nothing to provide evidence on, and your sarcastic, condescending smirk, it's kind of an insult in itself.
This right here is a bunch of lies, a bunch of cartoons.
In your opinion, which no one cares about.
Not opinion. Those are drawn cartoons.
I don't even think I have to say anything
Again,
here.
no substantiation or evidence for your claims.
By the way, have you noticed how triggered he looks? It's like he's about to blow his top, like this book is about to send him over the edge.
Oh.
And then this guy replies with the most triggered and just fake smile I've ever seen. But let's continue. Let's hear what he has to say.
As you show a video of what could possibly be the most benign-looking person standing there and just taking pages out of a book, as opposed to you, who started this video saying that you were so angry it literally.
Benign. Let's wait until it flips back to that guy and let's see what his face looks like. And I know SciManDan looked quite angry, and he said he was quite angry. But one sitting down and calmly discussing what this guy's doing, and the other person is going into whatever store it is and ripping up a kid's book. So, a children's science book. Let's go ahead.
Not figuratively, literally was boiling your blood.
Again, do you not know what a joke is?
You were so carried away and fell victim to your triggered emotions that your blood was boiling. You couldn't look at anything objectively and actually get to the bottom of stuff. So, still, no substantiation for your claims.
Why does he have to show evidence that this guy's angry? I mean, let's go ahead and look at this guy's face again.
Griping.
If it flips back. Does this guy not look angry to you? I mean, I'm just asking a question. Does this guy, as he's ripping up a book, not look angry? In what he says, if you heard before, he was like, oh, this cartoon, and he was, I don't know about you, but he sounded pretty angry. I mean, look at his serious face.
This ridiculous math that they put in here doesn't even make any sense.
He's gonna say it too, but it doesn't make any sense to you. This is exactly what SciManDan says, but maybe if you went to a school and paid attention, maybe it would make sense. Just a little bit of advice.
No. It doesn't make any sense to you. But that's okay. I can give you online lessons if you like.
Exactly.
Indeed, I would love that. Let's do it. Let's live stream, you and me, get to the bottom of this, and you can give me some lessons. And you can relax a little bit. You can take it easy because I was a math major in college too, so we won't have to start with any of the elementary stuff. We can hit the heavy duty stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure you paid attention. But anyway, guys, that's gonna have to be the end of this video because Screencastify has a short limit for what you have to record. Anyways, bye, my Dear Earthlings,